Hey there, what is up, plant community? If you like my videos, go ahead and give me a like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out and it helps the channel out. So, if you guys remember, last video we had a bit of issues with the garden. So, I got some good news. They said I didn't have to get rid of anything. So, that's the good news. Bad news is it doesn't look quite as foresty as I would like. And they still got to do inspections to give approval. I talked to the main person herself and told her, look, I had to take the queen palm, which I did. I took the queen palm because if you guys remember, the queen palm was particularly all the way over here where this new grass is starting to grow in now. Well, I moved it all the way. Are you okay? The video paused for a minute. I was like, "Are you serious?" So yeah, the queen palm was originally over there. Not sure if you guys can see it very well, but this is where I put the new dirt, and that's where the grass is growing. So I moved it all the way over here now because she says it was going to be a problem with the walkway here, which I felt like I had it good enough away from the walkway. I mean, the fronds would have just gotten tall and hung over the sidewalk, but not enough to whack anyone. Well, anyways, they thought it was a problem, so I went ahead and moved it closer to the daylilies. So they're not telling me I have to get rid of it, which is good because that's $115 right there I'd have to get rid of, and I am not on the fence of getting rid of that. I got some dead fronds there, looks like I need to get rid of. Anyways, so that's where that's at now. I explained to her that, yeah, I dig a hole to put this palm in because I just don't want it to flop over and hit somebody, especially walking down the flower walkway here. And so, I basically explained that I at least put it halfway in the ground so that way when strong storms come, it won't blow the palm over. Which, if she still wants me to plop that out of the ground, I will, and I will just get, something like this, a bit more decorative, and put flowers in it. So, you guys are probably wondering where the fishtail palm is. Fishtail palm's right here, take a direct sunlight in the pot. It's, it's doing alright. There is a bit of scorch, but, like, right here, not sure if you guys can see that very well, but, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna live. Before I had the bushes that were kind of tall, it was right there anyways where it's taking a lot of light. So what's the good news about that is now the Norfolk Island pines have a bit more access to more direct light. And so does the Majesty palm. It has a bit more access to more direct light, which I feel like will definitely help it grow. And look at that new spear. Beautiful new spear coming up. Gonna be nice and long. The health is definitely coming back ever since I repotted it. Now you guys will also notice that right here there isn't a whole lot of plants. She said it was too crowded here and I had to get rid of some. Which, of course, you guys know I'm not just going to abandon my plants and just get rid of them completely. So no, originally I did have my cypresses here, but I moved them all together over here with my gold mop cypress, which I'm sure the gold mop is gonna have to be, well, eventually it's gonna grow so big that I'm just gonna have to move my cypresses all together. This is getting too long anyways. This needs to be trimmed back, which will be alright. I could trim that back. The cactus garden kind of getting taken over by weeds, but yeah, I gotta get needle nose pliers for us. So another update. So they did talk a little bit about my Tranquecarpus fortunii or Chinese windmill palm and my Chinese fan palm. She said these being up front here are okay because they're not so big to where they're going to hit somebody. So that's good. She didn't complain anything about the crop garden over here because, well, food's getting expensive, and I'm glad that she didn't actually complain about that. Um, Basically, just gotta slow down a little bit on the garden plants. She didn't complain about the elephant ears. I told her personally myself that, any plant that's an annual that I do dig up anyways, I do go ahead and fill that hole up because, like I told her, I don't want to go through and break my own ankle if it snows or something, then I hurt myself. She did complain about the banana. So the banana is fine. I can put it here next year if I wanted to. Um, she didn't complain about the desert garden or the cactus. She just said, if anybody falls in that, that's their own fault, including children. So hopefully children don't decide to play over here. Alright, we're going to go to the back. Alright, we are more in the backyard now. Excuse the long grass. I actually gotta move this stuff next time they mow so they can get this area. She didn't really complain about anything over here. I think she might feel a little strongly about the tall grass because she says it was getting a little too much. She didn't really complain about anything over here, which is good. She did complain about the door. She said there has to be access for us to get outside of the doorway. So what I did is I went ahead and moved a lot of the plants that was over here. If you guys remember, I had a lot of ficus trees, and I had him over there. If you guys also remember, I had 2 Hawaiian Thai plants. One of those Thai plants I actually gave away to one of the people who work here as a gift. Because let's face it, I didn't need 2 of them anyways. I also had a normal Sansevieria, not the variegated kind like over there. I went ahead and gave that away. I literally don't need 2 Sansevierias. I only need 1. Um, it'd be different if, say, they were harder to take care of, but they're really not. So, yeah, Sansevieria I got rid of to make room for more plants inside. A lot of the plants will be staying outside this year. Macho Fern will be one of them. I cleared this pathway, so that way all you gotta do is just kind of push that aside. You can get out. Easy access to get in and out. At least I feel like it's easy access anyways. If not, well, I'll just move it. I'll move it over here, and I could just put the croton there. Bam, boom, easy. Oh, looky here. That thing is loving this area so much that it is starting to flower. Yay. Um, I still have 2 of my Boston ferns because they're kind of harder to take care of, so I didn't really get rid of 2 of them. Um, this guy, I know he has issues. I mean, look at that leaf. It just fell right off, but I'm kind of at this point of not caring, even though I do like this ivy. But I've got other species of ivy too, including a mixed pot of ivy, so I ain't worried about it. I did clean up this area. I organized the pots a bit better, which you can see over there. Let's go to the bonsai area. I did a lot of cleaning here. It looks a little dirty, but I just got done watering things too. So I did clean a lot up here. I did organize some things a bit. Um, There's some areas I couldn't quite get, but if she complains about those, well, of course, I will deal with them appropriately. Um, did, of course, organize the bonsai area, which you guys know. Sorry, I kind of did do some videos because I just didn't have time to. I kind of had to do some of my stuff quite quickly. So, good news is, since this area is a bit more cleaned up, I had more room to put some nursery stock down. So, I guess it worked out. I did wind up trimming him back again, which I had to do. I trimmed this guy for his winter trimming. I trimmed this guy. This guy's gonna. I'm gonna constantly keep an eye on him because, well, they just get a bit full sometimes, a little bit too full. Um, I did do this guy. I didn't do a video about it. There's a lot of things going on that day that just kind of upsetted me about making the video. Like, I basically had lots of issues with the camera. Um, and the tree just kept blowing over because I was doing it out here. So I just basically kind of said, screw it, this is what I got to do. I can't really do the recording. But basically, what it was is there was two root systems. The root system all the way on the bottom was bad, but I did have some radial roots on top and some aerial roots, so I'm just basically waiting for those to root before I take the rocks away, because right now it's very unbalanced, and I don't have a rock to put forward. If I do, it's going to lean on that root system and make it go this way, and I kind of want the tree to go more straight up than leaning, so anyways, this really wasn't supposed to be a plan update, but I guess it's kind of both. So yeah, this is basically what it is now. Um, some things have went on, and some things haven't. Now, if she complains about the trees, which it's not really her complaining, she's just got, like I said, she's got orders to follow. These trees are not trees I planted, so I'm going to tell her that. These trees just kind of grew here, and they've been here even before I planted the flowers. I can't get rid of them. I just can't get rid of them. So I just said, screw it. If you're going to grow, you're going to grow my way. I can't have you growing real tall, because then they're going to complain, thinking that it's my trees, and it's not my trees. So I'm kind of treating them like bonsai garden trees. Here you can see that I am bending the tree. I bent this here, did a bit of wiring to bend it down. When that grows, I'm going to bend it a bit more. But yeah, those are not my trees. I just said, all right, screw it. If you guys are going to grow, you're going to grow my way. I guess she did complain about this. But yeah, otherwise than that, whenever I talked to her, she said, she likes what I'm doing. She likes the idea of what I'm doing. She likes that I'm adding a tropical vibe to Muncie, or to my little area in Indiana. But basically, it's coming down to, it's getting a bit too much, I guess. Which, I guess I'm not going to add the cold hardy bananas then. I'm just going to keep it with the, certain plants that I have, because she's saying that it's a bit too much. I mean, she likes what I'm doing. She says it's absolutely beautiful, which I appreciate, but at the end of the day, the trees are going to get way bigger, especially the palms up front. So I guess I see where she's coming from. She didn't say it had to do with anything with the Cordyline australis, which is cool because I'm hoping to get him bigger. Because the bigger they get, the more resistant they can become to cold. Right now he's got a little bit of a trunk, but not much. Still got a... What's this? Why is that junk on my shrub? Leave it alone. Anyways, so yeah, just a bit of an update on the gardens. Um, Another update. Yeah, the beetles did quite a bit of damage on my rose bush. So I'm still having to trim it back too, which I'm sure is only stressing it even more. But hopefully we'll get some back buddings on the green stems like this guy here. even though it's starting to turn a bit yellow. Come on, man, do something for me. Anyways, so yeah, that is the general update. Oh, I also did tell her that, I did remove some pots. Hopefully they're not a tripping hazard, and hopefully I don't have to move them somewhere else. Or I might have to eliminate another plant, which I don't have nothing wrong with this. With the ginseng, I can move that easily. Actually, what I had ideas on doing, if she does tell me I have to move the ginseng, is kind of putting it here, making it look like a forest type of setting. So I did purposely place a log there, and that log is to kind of give an illusion of a forest type of setting, where it's just kind of in pinch back or something like that. Anywho, so yeah, and I did tell her that one of my cycads, which is this here, the Japanese cycad, I did go ahead and put on a plant stand, which the plant stand was originally holding up my elephant ears that magically came back. And yeah, hopefully they don't consider this a tripping hazard. I told her, it's still by the door. It's still by the door because that's really the only place I have to put this. I mean, I could put it by my other cycad, but I don't want it by my other cycad. It's kind of one of those ordeals, but if she tells me I have to move it, well, I'm gonna have to move it. Can't afford to be kicked out. I will literally lose, well, not lose all my plants. There was a guy who was willing to take my plants, my local mailman, and I thank him every day for that, because I was actually really depressed. I'm like, oh no, where am I going to give all my plants to? But yeah, I talked to my mailman about it. My mailman said, dude, I love plants. I'll take care of them if you guys get kicked out until you can get a place. And, I'll care for them and all that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of questioned it. I was like, are you for real? It's not even part of your job, but it's not even in your job description. He said, well, heck yeah, man, I'm your local mailman. And I was like, man, I couldn't thank him enough for his offer. And hopefully that won't have to be an offer I will have to take. But yeah, I guess he loves plants. So, I guess if anything comes to it, I'll give him a few plants. But yeah, otherwise than that, everything has been moved. I moved the tripping hazard. So, yeah, and hopefully, like I said, she doesn't consider this a tripping hazard either. Because I did tell her, I did move it up off the ground. I moved it onto a plant stand. I honestly don't know what more she could want, because if I move it out into the grass, like I did that palm, and now it's by the, well, they're both really by the, elephant ears, then it's gonna look a little bit more crowded than it should be out in the yard. And it's gonna be one of those ordeals, and I'm not gonna get rid of my palms. The palms are expensive. My two main most expensive palms, I even told them straight up, I'm not getting rid of the queen palm. The queen palm is literally $115, which, might not be much for some of you guys in Florida or whatever, for people who watch it, from my videos from another place. It's not much to you guys, but for us down in, Indiana, it's quite a bit. But, I told her I'm going, like I said, fill the ground up whenever I get done. And she didn't say nothing about it. I guess as long as I fill up the holes, I explained to her about it, and I'm not getting rid of the $85 fishtail palm. Because, like it or not, the more bigger these palms get, the more expensive they are. And, I'm not wanting to get rid of them. I want to grow trunks on them, because there'll be some interesting contrast in Muncie, and it'll be something interesting in Muncie, because palms isn't something you grow every day here in Indiana. Well, anyways, this is just a bit of an update of what I have done to the garden, because I know originally everybody thought that I was going to have to tear it down and just take it down, but no, that's not the case. She just really wants things more formal. The only way I could really describe the formality is more like Las Vegas formal gardens. Um, Anyways, other than that, that's really all I got to say, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Have a good rest of the day.